my friends, welcome back to Surviving Mars. We are on our colony. It is Sol 16. We just had our first people arrive. Oh, well, not yet exactly. And we have our first disaster, a cold wave.
Sector scanned.
Cold waves are an unfortunate one, but with one of the DLCs I have, which basically shows us how we can terraform Mars. Instead, yeah, see? So, as you can see, if we get the temperature up to 50%, there will be no more of those storms. As you can see, it's going to last for these cold waves going to last for a little while, which also puts a couple of our buildings into not functioning mode. Well, at least
Research
and
complete.
if you can also recall, we have made a tunnel, so we can now use our little recon rover to explore these anomalies. There's also tech we can use to basically counteract some of this stuff, such as the subsurface heater, which I believe is in the physics tree. So I guess I had to see that. I do have a little plan over here. I'm going to put in a microdome so it can work over here.
Sector scanned.
So we can access this deposit.
Anomaly analyzed.
Yeah, see? The one subsurface heater. So we can get... But we can only get one of these. Well, since we're basically in a spot that it's going to get hit by asteroids. We can also research tech that can upgrade our existing buildings. And also, depending on the sponsor, we can't.
Complete.
Also, depending on the sponsor, it'll give us interesting perks. That'll be fun ones. Now, the terraforming tech tree is a little more expensive than the rest. And recon and, well, let's explain this. Social is basically how people communication, how they'll talk to each other and all that. Physics is what we understand, what we can do. Robotics is basically AI, autonomous. Engineering is what we can do on Mars, such as making spires, train yards, various number of cool aspects. Biotech is stuff that involves both robotics and people, and yeah, that's basically it. Here's the planetary view. As you can see, I am one of 4 powers on this. Because we also have the European Space Agency, the International Mars Mission, and the Japanese Space Agency. Question marks are planetary anomalies that we can go to. And each one will have a different quest. Okay, and also the people can't stay in suborbit forever. So we're just gonna have to work with what we got for the moment.
You're listening to Mars Official Radio with Panna Masculine.
And the buildings
your
will
first
also
radio
vary, and
host choice with
everyone
the
has
best
their
radio voice.
Sector scanned.
They're going to stay in orbit for a little while. Okay. Meteor defense system lasers are going up. So anyway, the idea is simple. Get a microdome set up here, connect it via a tunnel, and then we're going to put a bigger dome over here, which will access these two underwater resources, and also enable us to touch. And we also have the price of imported food.
Resources are low.
You can also get bigger storage depots. I'm going to put some solar panels by the wind farm.
Sector scanned.
And now we can get our own people on the ground. As you can see, we now have the
New
founding stage.
colonists have arrived.
Which basically means until we pass the founding stage, we cannot bring in new
I'm
people.
Panam
in.
Askelin, and you're listening to Mars Official Radio. Soon, this planet will require the same social institutions that are required on Earth. Hospitals, retirement homes, and of course, schools. As a trained educator, I believe that Mars will need a custom educational system, more efficient and less time-consuming. How do you think the system should be designed? Share your thoughts. Write us a letter. Listen to this.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
As you can see, we are now getting medals. Started. And also we can change the skin of a number of buildings. Which I find is kind of cool. Kind of lets us pick and choose how we want to do it. Always a fun little feature. So for now, we'll just study tech that we can use to kind of get our little colony
Research
fixed.
complete. Milestone achieved.
And those fireworks signify that we've completed a milestone. So does that work? Unfortunately, 2 have already been completed by a different power, which is a bit of a double-edged sword. Our mission profile is as follows. Analyze, basically do all of this. And as you can see, we've already completed the first one, which was analyze 5 map anomalies. Water will be used in a number of different resources, other than helping with the crops and life support. It can also be used for fuel and one of the advanced resources, which is surprisingly polymers. Machine parts require metal, and electronics require rare metals. This stuff. So for now, we'll just we can also send rockets without resources. A bit of a pain in the butt. As you can see, as our sponsor, the USA will grant us additional funding every now and again.
Sector scanned.
Let us help out. There's also surface deposits of polymers and metals. And this is an underground tunnel. Where that will lead, I'll get to in a bit once we obtain some stuff. As you can see, we have Donna Griffin, which would be hilarious if this is a descendant of Peter Griffin. There's no different icons you can see, such as research site, underground water, concrete deposits, rare metals and metals. one difference between those and these two is simple.
Resources are low.
Our current tech can access these. We can't get these just yet. And we just ran out of concrete. It's that unfortunate. But, in all honesty, I was expecting it to happen sooner or later. How the tunnels will work will be interesting, though I do have some experience with them in my previous games. This is the first time I'm recording. Put the medical post a little bit closer to the mine, in case something goes wrong over there. This will basically be the manufacturing area. Or, since I'm a Warhammer 40k nerd, this will be the Manufactura Belt. Drinking water. It's out today. Now, as you can see, our hydroponics farm is basically a starting build. So we'll just wait for that to go up, and we will see how we're doing on the
scanned.
Ooh, another number.
This is Mars official radio with Panem Public Service Escalon. We have a soundtrack just right for the blue sunset light.
Now there's another one too, which is called a Vista. That one will grant a happiness boon for colonists who are there. We can also sell rare metals. You can also do some outdoor lamps to kind of help people see what the hell they're doing. As I said, this will basically be where we'll manufacture some of our more basic needs. By that I mean, this is where we will basically build stuff such as machine parts and electronics. Means we can plan. Okay, so Atlas will go to Project Ocean. And Taurus will go to that project. As you see, we are researching the anomaly.
Resources are low.
Food one will take some time to master. Food is a very common need on Mars. Since we're only starting off with a handful of people, though, we don't exactly have the resources to expand further. At least not for the moment. And we can also pre-order buildings and resources. But we will start with just resources, because the buildings...
Anomaly analyzed.
There's more to the barren environment.
Ooh, now we have tech. Ooh, we have an upgrade for the hydroscopic evaporator. It's basically a thing that spins at such a speed it creates, well, water. But the issue is that we need to get moisture farming. Or we can simply pre-order it.
Research complete.
And we now have the decommission protocol, which will enable me to do this. Destroy this building.
Anomaly analyzed.
And now you can see the ruins. What's this? If I hit the clear,
Resources are low.
and there we go. We now have an empty space. Which means we can now link these two together. Now, the passages are an interesting aspect. They will enable you to transfer people, power, and oxygen from one dome to another. There's such a limit, and it can't be built in crazy places where they won't work properly. Something I myself am aware of. This also means we can now begin. This also means we can now put in one of these. Forget there. This polymer factory will take water and fuel.
Building a new home on an alien world.
Doing that will basically create polymers which we can use in a number of builds.
Research
And also for
complete.
maintenance.
Milestone achieved.
And there we go.
For the first time, a human has been born on Mars. It's truly a unique miracle.
That just means that basically that means the period of how long we have until we can get new colonists is now out the flipping window. Destroy this, so we're not going to need it. I'm going to need more concrete though. And there's a big deposit way over there. Now, this is going to be a bit of an issue. about that. So this one will be the resupply. This one's going to be the one for the people.
I'm
This
Panamasculine,
one,
and you're
yes.
listening to Mars Official Radio, your
I'll figure out
reliable
what the hell
source
is
for
this
the
one
music
for.
you love.
As you can see, we have a couple malfunctions. This is what this little wrench icon is. Which means we're going to fix those with the newly arrived machine parts.
Research complete.
Now that we got Mars crowdfunding, we can begin now we can set some parameters too, such as specializations. This is going to be the research. This is going to be the manufacturing one. We want no scientists, no tourists, and no geologists. The others we're going to need medics for the people in this dome, officers to maintain the peace. It's just build and non-specializations to basically run normal stuff, like changes. So we have Dome's Truman 1 and Tesla 1. I won't ain't dropping anytime soon. So that's a bit of a good given. Which also means we're gonna have to start.
Anomaly analyzed.
There's more to the barren
As you see, we now have a number of new techs.
a veritable
More farming,
treasure trove
megas.
of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
Here, see, subsurface heating. This is what I was talking about. And we can also make a university now, as well as a school spire, which is something I always strive for.
There are Earthsick colonists. Sector scanned.
You see, we got an issue with the luxury. Which means, well, there's a number of ways we can try to combat it, but it ain't gonna be easy. One of which is I can destroy the alleys, which That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put in an amphitheater. Just so that way the people will get their instructions, since we are on Mars. And I also have a DLC which enables pets. Also, all this as no mods.
Dust storm approaching.
And now we have a dust storm coming. So right here, we will put the 2 buildings we absolutely need to turn this into
Resources
the...
are low.
As you see, we are getting low on concrete. And we can now upgrade a building, which I will show. Let's clear that one. Clear that one. This storm will be an issue.
Colonists are departing.
So we have one person leaving.
Welcome back. I'm Panem Public Service Escalin, a nickname I got in my youth when I was a part of the public service revolution. My home country used to have serious restrictions on freedom of speech. When democracy finally came, other forces took control over the broadcasting channels. I fled to America, where some compatriots and I started up an underground news network
Meteor
determined to
incoming.
supply our homeland with neutrally reported news. It was very successful and grew into today's public service network, the least corrupt network on Earth. And now for some music.
Well, crap. I had them off and we get bonked by a meteor.
Sector scanned.
I think that just peachy. Well, at least we fixed it right away. see, I'm basically preparing to... As you can see, the concrete, unfortunately, well, ran dry. Which is why I'm putting this one way up here so we can begin access to this thing. This is a big group of concrete. So this will keep us well supplied for a while. As you can see, we are in a bit of a bind at the moment.
Anomaly analyzed.
There's more to the barren and...
Yeah, they can have that one. As you can see, our little starting area is actually starting to improve.
Research complete.
Now we can start to greenhouse Mars. I want the smart homes first because I want to make a retirement in the main, in like the overall main dome, the capital dome. This is this dome. As you can see, we're going to need the elevator to get over here, because underground will grant us some very interesting rewards. For now, we'll just... So as you can see, we can now do terraforming buildings, which is basically the temperature.
Sector scanned. We got Project Castile.
we'll send that one into space. We'll call him the Zeus rocket to bring in the food. Food is a definite bonus for us because I mean, like, we're gonna need that stuff if we are to survive.
Anomaly analyzed.
There's more to the barren
And more
environs
tech.
of the red planet than meets the eye.
We'll get the power sorted.
Resources are low.
We're just gonna continue doing our route here. Okay, now that we got concrete coming in, there's no things we can do with this rocket. We can scrap it for parts, keep it, or just... Well, actually that's just about it. Now, we're just about to get the retirement home, which will be a good little bonus for us because, like, we're gonna need a place for all the elderly. That did not sound good. Because having a place for the elderly will basically free up spots. And it'll be 6 souls. I'll just work on that one and that one
This
later.
is Mars
So
Official Radio with Panamasculine. I aim to please your musical needs.
So with that said, we have done quite a bit on this colony right now. Expanded mining operations. Had our first child born on Mars. Now we'll just see what happens in the next one. That being said, drop a like, leave a comment if you do if you can. Please subscribe.
Cold wave approaching.
And we will see you guys later. Peace out, Wolfpack.
Resources are low.